friends. Welcome friends. Today I will discuss cell structure concept. Please like this video and subscribe. Here I will cover some topics like definition of cell, discovery of cells, and shape and function of cell, structure or basic structure of cell, cell organelles, differences between plant and animal cells. Here next slide, content, cell structure and function. Next, cell parts like cell components, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus. Here in nucleus again some parts we seen: nuclear membrane, nucleolus, chromosomes. Again next part, vacuole. Lastly I will discuss differences between plant cell and animal cell. Now question will be arise, what is cell? I will compare cell to brick wall or constructed house. Why? Because how bricks are uniformly arranged, that like cells also arranged in our body. Next, from Latin word cella means small room, it is the basic functional, structural and biological unit of all non-living organisms. It gives the particular shape or definite shape and to perform a particular organ to perform a particular function, and it can replicate independently. It not dependent on any other organelle or any other cell. Next, so we commonly call as building blocks of life. This study of cells is called as cell biology. Here chemical reactions also takes place. For example, mitochondria, it is power of house. Why we call as the power of house? Because when we eat the food, it convert into energy in form of ATP and ADP. So we call as the power of house. Next, question will be arise, that is who discover of the cell. In 1665, English scientist Robert Hooke discovered of the cell. Here, experiment on thin cork slice that is taken from tree bark. He observed under microscope, compound microscope, he saw some compartments or some room-like structures or some box-like structures that he called cell. Cells may be hexagonal or square-like, oval, like honeycomb, how construct that like we see. Next, types of cells, types of organisms. There are two types, unicellular and multicellular. See here, first one, unicellular organism. The organism made up of a single cell that we call as the unicellular, like nothing but a single cell may constitute whole organism, or the whole organism made up of single cell, it performs all activities, cellular activities. For example, amoeba, paramecium and bacteria. Next, multicellular. Multicellular means organisms made up of more than one cell or group of cells, that we call as the multicellular organisms. For example, fungi. Some fungi we include plants and animals. Here, next we go to concept shape of cells and sizes of cells. Shape of cells, different organisms have different shapes. It is due to changes in the shape of cells. We comparison to one organism to another, shapes of cells not similar because of it is different. So generally it may be round, spherical, oval, hexagonal, or many shapes we saw. For example, amoeba. Amoeba is not have definite shape. It changes to shape due to presence of Speedopodia. Speedopodia is the locomotion organ of amoeba. Next, sizes of shells or cells. Sizes of cells in living organisms may be a small as a millionth of a meter or micrometer or micron, or maybe as larger as a few centimeters. The sizes may be larger, like we measure by help of centimeters. Some organisms we measure in millionth or micrometers or microns. Here we consider the cell of bacteria is very smaller cell. It is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometers, and largest cell we call as the ostrich egg, that is 170 mm into 130 mm. Next we go to cell structure. Here cell structure, before we seeing cell structure, it is a functional and structural unit of plants and animals. We already know about that. They are contained some three main concepts, that is cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. We see here in this slide some whole parts or components. We see outermost covering layer we call as the cell membrane, and circular manner that present in center of the cell, that we call as the nucleus. Nucleus contain DNA and lysosomes, ribosomes, mitochondria, Golgi complex or Golgi apertures, and cytoplasm, it is fluid like structure, and endoplasmic reticulum, it is attached to the nucleus. These type of the structures we see in the cell. Here mainly three components we already know about that: cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Now we study one by one, or we discuss one by one. First one, cell membrane. It is proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1970. Outermost covering layer we call as the cell membrane, and it present in both plant and animal cell, and it is living, thin and delicate membrane. It is made up of lipids and proteins. It is semi-permeable membrane. Why? Because it allows to selective particles to pass through this membrane. So we call as the semi-permeable membrane, and also we call as the fluid mosaic model or structure. Why? Because the various components of the bilayer like phospholipids, proteins, carbohydrates and cholesterol, these are able to move around this particular cell. So we call as the fluid like structure or fluid like mosaic model. The composition of nearly all cell membrane is a double layer sheet that we call as the lipid bilayer. Here lipids contains two layers, so we call as the lipid bilayer. Next we go to next slide, functions of the cell membrane. Here it gives the support for mechanical support to the cell, and it gives the definite shape to the cell, and it protects the cell components and keep cell components in particular manner. And biogenesis of the cell organelles, it is helpful for the to develop some cell organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, nuclear membrane, etc. And it provides shape to the cell. We already know about that. It gives the shape for the particular cell. And exchange of materials takes place. It is helpful for the to exchange of materials like some fluid like materials. When any foreign body enter to our cell, it allows or it gives the selective permission for a particular organism to enter inside of the cell. So this like of the exchange of materials seen in this function. Next we go to next line, cell wall. Cell wall, it is outer to cell membrane. It is present in outer to cell membrane. It is only we seen in the plant cell. It is that and it is present in only plant cell but absent in animal cell. It is made up of cellulose. It is one of the component like cellulose. In fungus also made up of the chitin. Chitin, it is type of cellulose. It is freely permeable. Next, the functions of cell wall, it gives definite shape to the cell and mechanical support to the cell. Again, cell wall we see in plants like that part root. Root cell, it helps to absorb water from the soil. These cell to help for the to absorbing water from the soil. Next, cytoplasm, the jelly-like substance in between nucleus and the cell membrane is called cytoplasm. The jelly-like substance present in between nucleus and cell membrane, that we call as the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm composed various molecules like water molecule, salts like sodium Na and potassium K, and other metals also we seen, and organic components or compounds like such as carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, nucleoproteins, nucleic acids and enzymes. And various cell organelles are present in cytoplasm and it's play a specific role. Like here we seen more number of the cell organelles and it is helpful for the to support development of our cell organelles and these cell organelles to perform particular functions. Like for example, mitochondria we already called as powerhouse. Why we call? To release of energy from food to ATP and ADP in form of ADP and ATP. And next one, Golgi complex or Golgi body, that is packaging of proteins from secretion. It is helpful for the to secrete food material or liquid like food material. And ribosomes, these are protein factories to synthesis ribosomes. Next, lysosomes, these we call as the Suicidal bags. Next, we go to nucleus. Next slide, nucleus. It is a diagram of nucleus. Here we see outermost covering layer we call as the nuclear membrane. It is double layered membrane. Again, innermost circular manner or stained part we call as the nucleolus, and thread like structure we call as the chromosome or chromatin. And nuclear membrane have some pore that we call as nuclear pore. Here the central nucleus, the central dense round body in the center of the cell, that we call as the nucleus. The round shaped body or spherical body, it is present in center of the cell, that we call as the nucleus. It contains chromosomes, thread like structures we saw here in this side, and it is spherical elliptical shape and located in the center of the cell we saw here. Next, it acts as brain of the cell. Why? Because it controls all cellular activities, so we call as the brain of the cell. The functions of cell, the functions of nucleus, it controls all cellular activities. Why? Because it is the brain of cell, and it regulates the help of like cell metabolism, and it play a significant role in heredity. Like for example, it contains chromosomes. Chromosomes also have DNA molecules. It is helpful for the to transfer parent to the some heredity character for offsprings or young ones. So we call as the heredity characters to significant here. Next, nuclear membrane. Here we see outermost layer. That layer nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by a membrane that we call as the nuclear membrane. Here cytoplasm and nucleus separated from a particular layer or membrane that we call as the nuclear membrane. It double layered membrane and it contains lipoproteins in nature, and it contains many pore that we call as the nuclear pore. Here is there. Next, functions of nuclear membrane. It is helpful for to exchange of materials between cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Why? Because it is allowed to movement of materials like fluid like materials or substance in between cytoplasm and inside of the nucleus. It supports the attachment of structural movement or structural elements of the cytoplasm. This like of the functions we seen in the nuclear membrane. Next slide, that is nucleolus. It is very important in this nucleus part. The darkly stained body, here we see dark stained body, spherical like structure or round shape that we call as the nucleolus. And it is the deeply stained spherical body in nucleus that we call as the nucleolus. It is a ribosome factory and ribosome producing machine we call as the ribosome factory, and it consists some particles like chromatins and cytoplasm. This like we see again, it is located inside the nucleoplasm of the nucleus, and we clearly observe in cell division. In cell division stage, first stage, that is interphase. Here interphase, that is division or cell division, we saw some stain like structures that we call as the nucleus. We already know about that. In mitosis, cell division, it consists 4 phases like 4 stages. They are as follows: interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. First primary phase that we call as the interphase. Here we observe clearly nucleolus. The functions of nucleolus: synthesizes RNA, rRNA. Here it is helpful for the to production of the rRNA. And second one, ribosome formation. Ribosome formation, here we saw like a chart in this picture. Small and large subunits of ribosomes by combining rRNA and proteins. Here we seen 2 types of ribosomes, 70S and 80S like ribosomes we seen. These are contain some materials and small and large subunits of the ribosomes to combine rRNA and proteins, and it export subunits of ribosomes to the cytoplasm for assembling ribosomes. It is helpful for the to assembling some ribosomes in the form of, in the cytoplasm. Next we go to chromosome slide. Here chromosome, what is a chromosome? The word chromosome, it divide or split into chroma and zoma. Chroma means color and zoma means body. It referred as to give the color for the body. And chromosomes are self-reproducing thread-like structures and packed with DNA located inside the nucleus. The chromosomes have thread-like structures, and it contains DNA molecules. It is helpful for the to producing self-reproduction, as well as it is vehicle of heredity. For example, man contains 46 chromosomes, that is 23 pairs. We consider as a 23 pairs. Here 22 pairs are autosomes. Autosomes nothing but it not have sex chromosomes. Okay, and remaining one pair is allosome. Allosomes means the sex chromosomes are present, like male have XY chromosomes and female have XX chromosomes. Here functions, before functions you see here, chromosome structure, two identical chromatids are there, and short arm we call as the Q arm, and P arm, long arm we call as the Q arm. In center, that pole like structure that we call as the centromers, and DNA molecules also we seen here clearly. Next, chromatids. Each metaphase chromosome appears to be longitudinally divided into two identical parts, each of which is called chromatids. We clearly observe in cell division, that is mitosis. Here two chromatids are formation identically visa and viscine, and longitudinally divided of the particles, two particles of chromatins that we call as the chromatids. And chromatids of a chromosome appears to be joined together at a point that we call as the centromers. Chromosome that chromatids to join together a particular point that we call as the centromers, and two chromatids making up a chromosome are referred to as sister chromosomes. Here two chromosomes are there, that chromatids that we call as the sister chromosomes. Next, functions of the chromosome. Chromosomes carry genes and help in inheritance or transfer for character from parent to the offspring. We already know about that. Next we go to slide vacuole. These are membrane, hollow or liquid filled cytoplasmic structure. This structure filled with cytoplasmic liquid that we call as the vacuole. The vacuole are known as membrane enclosed sacs that serves storage function. It is function has performed, that is storage function. The vacuoles are larger in plant cell and smaller in animal cell. The functions of vacuoles, see here, storage structure in a cell. Commonly we call as the store bags. Storage bags for enzymes, alkaloids, proteins, fats, etc. These type of the materials we see, components we see in the storage bags, and they maintain internal pressure of the cell. It maintains internal pressure of the cell, and it involves in the transport of materials within the cytoplasm. It is helpful for the to transport materials within the cytoplasm, and it can hold food for later use or waste for removal. It is helpful for the to store the food in by using later. Next we go to differences between plant cell and animal cell. Here see picture or images of plant cell and animal cell. We observe plant cell will be larger, animal cell will be smaller, and in plant cell space, that middle space that we call as the vacuole, it is very larger. Next we go to differences now. Plant cell and animal cell, they are in plant cell they are usually larger than animal cell. In animal cell they are generally small in size, and plant cell cell wall is present. Cell wall is absent in animal cell. In plant cell, nucleus on the side. Nucleus present in the side of the cell. And animal cell nucleus is center, always located in the center. In plant cell, vacuoles are larger in size. In animal cell, vacuoles are smaller in size. Next, centromeres and centrioles are present in plant cell. Centromeres and centrioles are absent in animal cell. And plastids are present in plant cell. Plastids are absent in animal cell except for the protozoans. For example, euglena. These are made up of their own food that we call as the autotrophs. So here we saw the plastids. Next we go to summarization. What we learnt about in this summarize or in this session. See here, first point. In 1665, Robert Hooke discovered cell first. We already know about that. Next, on the basis of presence of single or many cells, the cell organisms are of two types, unicellular and multicellular. Here we see cell types of cell organelles, two types, that is unicellular and multicellular. Next, each cell contains certain specific components within it known as cell organelles that performs a special function. The formation of cell organelles in to perform specific function. Again, next point, plasma membrane is the outermost covering of the cell, and to separate components of the cell from its external environment. It is helpful for to separate external environment of the cell from the cell. Next, plasma membrane also works as selective permeable membrane by allowing or permitting the entry and exit of some materials in and out of the cell while preventing some other materials. It is helpful for to transport or to movement of the cell substances. Next, vacuoles are storage sacs for solid or liquid components or contents. In animal cell, the size of vacuole is small compared to plant cell. They have very larger in plant cell. Okay. Next, plastids are present only in plant cell, absent in animal cell. Next, plant cells have another rigid outer covering called the cell wall. The outermost covering layer of the plant cell that we call as the cell wall, that lies outside the plasma membrane. It is present in the outside of the plasma membrane. Next, nucleus is a spherical or oval dot-like structure present near to center of each cell. It plays a center role in cellular reproduction, and it also regulates the cellular activities. We already know about that. Cellulose nucleus is present in form of some shapes like spherical, oval, dot-like structures. It is located in the center of the cell, and it is also play an important role to control all cellular activities. So we call as the brain of the cell. Next, the cytoplasm is the fluid contained inside the plasma membrane. It also contains many specialized cell organelles. Cytoplasm, we already know about that, jelly-like structure or fluid-like structure inside the plasma membrane. It also contains some organelles, that specialized organelles because it play a particular function. Next, this type of the today's discussion I will stop, and any queries you comment in comment box. Please watch always. Please support this video. Thank you.